You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
It is 6:46. We're kicking off your 11 minutes of nonstop news on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, we'll have all your news, traffic, and weather for the next 11 minutes. Chesley?
Well, we got a cool start on the outside. Temperatures are down into the 30s and the 40s out there, but we're going to warm up nicely. In fact, for the next couple of days, we'll be warming up. Details on that coming up.
I did find your wreck on Ronald Reagan as you're approaching Pleasant Hill Road. And of course, we're looking at a live shot here, I-85 southbound, a crowded house out of Norcross.
A lot of lights out there. We start with breaking news. One person has died after an overnight crash in DeKalb County. It happened on Northcrest Road in Doraville. The crash compromised some power lines in that area. We're on the phones gathering new information. Also in DeKalb County, 3 people have escaped a house fire in Clarkston. This started around 3:30 this morning on Roland Street, just down the road from Indian Creek Elementary School. Again, 3 people got out safely. Firefighters say a faulty chimney may be to blame.
In just under 15 minutes, polls will open across Georgia for the presidential primary election.
11 Live's Christy Diaz joining us live from a Fulton County voting location. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning. Nobody out here yet, but when people do show up to vote, they'll choose either a Republican or a Democratic ballot. You can choose either no matter what political party you typically affiliate with. And as we watch the results come in tonight, it's already pretty clear who the 2 frontrunners will be in this race, making it unlikely there will be any surprises at the end of the day. Both campaigns made a trip to Georgia over the weekend, hoping to energize and encourage voters to come out today. Almost 440,000 people voted early. That's about 6% of Georgia voters. That's down from the last presidential election 4 years ago when we were right in the middle of the pandemic. And experts foreshadow a pretty low turnout today. Georgia is one of 4 critical battleground states that both parties want to have, and since it is likely that it will be a rematch between the current and former president, what we'll be looking for today is whether voters stick with their political party, whether they vote to send a message, and whether they come out at all. Ariana, back to you.
11 Alive has all you need to know as you head to the polls for Election Day. Just text the word election to the number on your screen, 44885-7600. That was a look at your top headlines.
All right, it's going to warm up as the day goes on here, Chesley.
It is. It is a cool start. So, yeah, we'll like that warm up once we get to the afternoon. Plenty of sunshine to help us out this afternoon as well. It's going to be a gorgeous day out there, folks. Temperatures are starting off in the 30s and the 40s. You got 41 degrees in Gainesville and down toward Duluth, 46 in the city of Atlanta right now. That is the warm spot so far. 33 down toward LaGrange, 34 in Georgia's Rome, 27 in Clayton, and 28. Those are the cool spots up there in the far north. Blairsville there at 28 degrees. May start off with a coat or a light jacket. This afternoon, you want to take that off. 71 degrees will be your afternoon high temperature. Maybe you're left to expose the long sleeves or maybe just a sweater. Looking at a west breeze at about 6 miles per hour or less for today. Not a whole lot going on throughout the southeast, up and down the eastern seaboard. It's going to be a beautiful afternoon for us. Very, very nice day. And for the next couple of days as well. High pressure over to the southeast of us, also the southwest of us, and we're in between. And so our winds on the light side for today, and high pressure doing its job, helping us out a little bit. A few clouds will come into the area later today, but that will be it. We're not worried about much in the way of any rainfall at all for the next couple of days. That rainfall doesn't increase until we get toward Friday, up to an 80% chance. So it's a good chance for rain as we head into the weekend. I think it lingers through the weekend as well. All weekend long, we'll be looking at a chance for some scattered showers. So until then, let's just enjoy, shall we? The forecast direct model shows the sunshine for today looking great. After 6 or 7 o'clock is when we'll start to see some of these clouds begin to increase. We're going to stay that way through the overnight going into Wednesday. Those clouds will help to keep that temperature from falling off into the 30s. We're going to begin Wednesday in the 40s, so a bit of a milder start for us. I'm still going to call that cool, though. Through the day, it'll be a mix of sun and clouds, not taking away too much from our sunshine, and those temperatures will be back into the 70s once again. Thursday, we get mostly sunny skies. We'll hold on to that for much of the afternoon. It won't be until late that clouds will increase into the area. It's through the overnight going into Friday where we'll have mostly cloudy skies. When you wake up on Friday, we'll have the clouds around. Your commute will be fine. We're not worried about any rainfall during the morning. It's in the afternoon, according to our models that show the rain pushing in. Could be a couple claps of thunder around the area as well. And again, that rain will linger right on into Saturday. Some scattered showers off and on that will linger into Sunday as well. Got another batch of rain that will push right back into the forecast area. So let's enjoy these 70s, folks. 71 degrees for the high today. Tomorrow, 74 after a 43-degree start. 50-degree start on Thursday morning. We'll get up to 78 for the afternoon high. Some spots approaching that 80-degree mark. That'll be nice. That'll feel like spring for you. 75 degrees on Friday with the clouds and the rain coming back to us. We'll hold on to it through the weekend. 40% chance on Saturday. Sunday, St. Patty's Day, 50% chance for that rain. Notice the temperature starts creeping back down as well. In fact, going down to 65 degrees, and that's where we should be for this time of year on Monday under partly sunny skies. Time now for a check on the roads. Here's Mr. Crash Clark.
All right, Chesley, my Irish half will not mind a little bit of rain. Okay, found some problems for you. Let's take it out towards Ronald Reagan Parkway. Right there as you're approaching Pleasant Hill, heading Ronald Reagan westbound. Watch out for problems there. And then big problems with traffic lights out along your Stone Mountain Freeway, Highway 78 westbound at Stone Drive. Remember, if they're completely out, treat those as a four-way stop. Still got the crowds coming. 85 southbound, rolling from 316 in spots through Norcross. Once you get inside the perimeter, you're in pretty good shape. And even the I-20 is just showing a little bit of wear and tear. West Expressway in from Lithia Springs, East Expressway in from Lithonia. I see that little icon right there in Midtown. It looks like we might have some trouble on the connector in Midtown. I'll take a peek at that for you. And there is some of that volume along I-85 as folks start to make their way in from 316 in spots down towards the junction. Okay, right now Jerry Carnes joins us live with an update to a road project that's right outside of where I live in Sandy Springs. Jerry?
Well, good morning, Crash. Well, you know all about this. If you drive through this area, Johnson Ferry Road, Mount Vernon Highway, Roswell Road, anytime this morning, you'll probably notice this sign warning of a new traffic pattern coming tomorrow morning. It will be new and it will be challenging. Beginning after the rush hour tomorrow morning, one lane of Johnson Ferry Road will close and one lane of Mount Vernon Highway will close. Construction crews will take over those lanes and they will remain there until the end of August as they work to overhaul this congested area. This two-year project will eventually add lanes and eliminate the stretch where Johnson Ferry Road and Mount Vernon converge. So be prepared for more changes just like this between now and the time that this project wraps up in 2026. City leaders say, if you can, avoid this area over the next 2 years. Back to you.
All right, thanks for the warning there, Jerry. Time now is 6:53. Today's safety at Six Flags will be a focus. The mayor of Mableton will host a public safety meeting looking at solutions after fights and a shooting during the park's opening weekend. The Cobb County Sheriff, Police Chief, and Public Safety Director will all be part of today's discussion. They're going over current safety protocols and ways to enhance security. The meeting is closed to the public, but we do expect updates from a news conference at 3 p.m. This morning, we have an update on the deadly accident at the Mall of Georgia parking lot. We now know 4-year-old Abigail Hernandez is the victim who died. Her father and 7-year-old big sister were also hit but are expected to recover. Gwinnett County Police say it's too early to determine if they'll file charges against the driver. So far, a GoFundMe has raised over $37,000 for the family. We have a link in this story on the 11 Alive homepage.
Right now, the city of Roswell continues to crack down on massage establishments and spas involved in human trafficking. Council has been working on new amendments to regulate those businesses. This year, the city has shut down 7 establishments who did not have a valid business license.
We can't solve the entire problem of human trafficking, but what we can do, say in the city of Roswell, we're going to eliminate it.
So asks licensed massage therapists for feedback on how to keep illicit behavior out of the city and protect legitimate businesses. The mayor says council plans to add another tool to their arsenal next week, but he wouldn't elaborate on what they plan to do to combat those illegal businesses. Atlanta city leaders, they're demanding Atlanta police and Georgia State Police to figure out how to better tackle the issue of violence and sometimes deadly incidents near the Georgia State campus. Recently, several violent crimes have happened next to campus at the now closed gas station, including a homicide last month. Racetrack officials closed the location just 2 weeks ago due to safety concerns. Atlanta police addressed concerns during a public safety meeting yesterday afternoon, saying that they're working with GSU police to make sure there is always an ongoing police presence in that area.
This morning, growing reaction to pause the construction of the Rivian assembly plant in Morgan County. People on both sides frustrated.
We just can't handle that type of growth at that pace. 7,500 jobs to an area that's got 20,000 people is not going to work. Now, 200 jobs, 300 jobs, we can manage that.
The land was originally zoned for agricultural use. Commissioners have been fighting the project, saying it's damaging to the land. Supporters have said it brings in jobs and money, both of which are needed. Rivian sent 11 Alive a statement saying they'll now focus on a current plant in Illinois. Construction on the Georgia location could be paused until 2030. There are still pending lawsuits on both sides. So far, the project has cost the state of Georgia $91 million.
Take a look at this. On Monday, Make-A-Wish and the Braves teamed up to bring a 7-year-old to spring training. James Cargill got to meet all of his favorite players, and he also got a chance to hang out with them during practice. He and his family, they also attended the game. James hopes to become the first ever Braves player with cystic fibrosis.
Well, today we're looking at temperatures warming up. We're starting off on the cool side this morning. Temperatures are down into the 30s and the 40s out there. 58 degrees will be your temperature by noon. On our way to 71 for an afternoon high. It's going to be mighty nice for us. By this evening, keep the shades on. You'll use those. Partly sunny skies. Temperatures right around 70 by 7 o'clock. It's going to remain dry for us for the next couple of days. As a matter of fact, the temperatures will continuously go up. 74 degrees on Wednesday, 78 by Thursday. My pick for the week right there. And then the rain comes to us Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll have some chances for scattered showers, perhaps a thunderstorm or two, and then a little bit cooler as we start the work week next week.
Didn't quite make it to 7 o'clock without a big problem, and here we are back on the East Expressway. No, it's not construction this time. It's an actual wreck, taking out one of your 3 lanes, I-20 westbound as you're approaching Panola Road. That's going to add to an already crowded ride out of Lithonia. Big heads up there. I'll get you an update at 7:26.
And so dark out there. So the Mega Millions jackpot just keeps getting bigger. Nobody hit the big prize, but 2 people did win $1 million, including a winner from Georgia. The jackpot is now $735 million. Next drawing is tonight. Somebody is waking up a millionaire in our state.
It's not
Still
us.
probably got to go to work with that, you know. I'd probably come to work with $1 million.
I think you
Yeah,
would.
I think I would.
Give me 500,000.
You are here for the love of the job. Have a great day, everybody.